Donald Trump just made a fatal admission, a fatal statement that has MAGA absolutely running away right now. Donald Trump gave this interview with Laura Ingraham of Fox, and Donald Trump said the following: H-1B visa holders are essential because there are not enough talented Americans to work high-skilled jobs and to work high-skilled factory-related work. I mean, here's Donald Trump saying it. You can hear him for yourself. Talk about giving the middle finger to his base. And this was on Fox. Play this clip.
There's never going to be a country like what we have right now.
And does that
the
mean
Republicans have to talk about it, Laura.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent. When
we have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well,
I'll
give you an example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing. It's very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest $10 billion to build a plant, and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
And here's what we're learning MAGA's responses. Accounts are saying that MAGA accounts are saying this. This has to be a full heel turn. I mean, seriously, this has to be the nail in the coffin for planned Trumpsters. No, we don't have talent here. What the F? What is going on? What the actual F is happening? Is someone threatening his kids or Melania? He's acting like he's being held hostage. Not joking. Another MAGA account goes, I do not get this and don't believe other MAGA do. What the heck? And then Donald Trump goes on to say, there's no high costs right now. The only thing that's up is beef. Everything else is great. And Laura Ingraham's like, I don't know, what about coffee? And Trump's like, that's not real. We're lowering here, play this clip.
I think we are doing phenomenally well. This is the greatest economy we've ever had. Their talking points, costs are high, costs are high. By the way, the only thing is beef.
Coffee
is a little high because the ranchers are doing great. Coffee, we're going to lower some tariffs. We're going to have some coffee come in. We're going to take care of all this stuff very quickly, very easily. It's surgical. It's beautiful to watch. But our costs are way lower now.
Then Donald Trump says the real problem right now is that Republicans are not talking about how low the prices are. He goes, they need to message this better and say prices are down. Then he goes and he's like, look at what Walmart just said. Walmart said that Thanksgiving is 25% cheaper this year. And of course, what he doesn't mention is that the new Walmart Thanksgiving list includes only 14 items this year, whereas last year under former President Biden, it included 21 plus items. And this year it includes Walmart generic brands, while last year it included name brands. But here's what Donald Trump says. Let's play this clip.
Yes, the Republicans don't talk about it.
So they need to do a better job on Capitol Hill
the Democrats give false talk, and the Republicans, and I say it all the time, Republicans have to talk about the fact that prices are down. The Walmart thing is very important. When Walmart says a Thanksgiving meal costs 25% less under Trump than under Biden, to me, that's better than.
So Republicans need to spend more time talking about how great the country is and less time complaining about the Democrats?
We have potentially the greatest economy in the history of our country.
Then Donald Trump's like, this new word, affordability. What are we even talking about? Everything is less expensive under Trump. He goes, in 9 months, I stopped inflation. Here, play this clip.
But our costs are way lower. Now, Walmart came out with a statement that they do every year for many, many decades. And they said that a Thanksgiving meal costs 25% less this Thanksgiving. Coming up, think of that. than it did last Thanksgiving under Sleepy Joe Biden. That's a 25% reduction. I think that's right. And if you remember when I first came in, the first 2 days I had a news conference, eggs, they were hitting me with eggs. Eggs had quadrupled in price. And they're screaming at me. I said, I just got here. I didn't know about eggs. And Brooke Rollins, our agricultural commissioner, secretary, did a great job. And now eggs are what they were. We got eggs down. We get it all down. But our prices are much lower. Their line is price is affordability. That's the new word, affordability. It's much less expensive under Trump. And I haven't been here long. 9 months is not a long time. But look at what I've done to energy. Look at the price of gasoline. Going from $4.50 to $2.50 or $2.70, it's going to be $2 gasoline.
People want affordable.
Well, the economy is my thing. And we have the greatest economy in history.
So then Laura Ingraham realizes, okay, should we take a break, Donald? Because this is a disaster. And Trump's like, let's go out and let me show you what we're doing outside of the White House. And let me show you all the gold that's everywhere. And let me show you the bronze and the brass. So he goes, take a look right here. And so he made a presidential wall of fame, and the letters literally say presidential wall of fame, like it's from some, I don't know, like corny amusement park. It reminds me of when I grew up in Long Island, there was something called Adventureland in Farmingdale. The Long Islanders will get that reference. I feel like this is from Adventureland in Farmingdale for those who want a ultra specific reference that most of the world will have no clue what the hell I just meant. But Donald Trump says, look at these plaques. Look at what I have on the wall. He goes, this is bronze. They don't make brass like this. This is the best bronze and brass. Those are two different elements. Here, play this clip.
A lot of people are wondering which child would be the best.
In a certain way, they all could. Take a look at this, fellas. You want to see detail. So, like the sign. Most people would just do a sign they painted on the wall. So that's half-inch thick bronze, carved by a very talented person. And it's brass. It's pure brass. It's half-inch thick brass. And you can't just do that. That's, you look at that, that's quality, right? And then we start with George Washington and we go down to Trump. Pretty cool, right?
Then Donald Trump's like, let's talk about ballrooms. I think that's my greatest strength, building ballrooms. That's his greatest strength. I goes, I might as well just do that and build ballrooms. Here, play this clip.
But I'll show you something. This is the equivalent of what I do with the ballroom. I built many ballrooms and many buildings, and that's my greatest strength, actually. Might as well do this. So this room was in terrible shape. This was done by Jackie Kennedy. Jackie Kennedy Onassis, then Jackie Kennedy, I hope. And she took this area, it's called the Palm Court, and here we had one by one little tiles that were all broken, cheap, out of a box. Mm-hmm. The walls weren't good. We took it, I restored it. I put in new chandeliers. They had lanterns that were terrible.
I remember this room.
Yeah, it was a nothing room. Yeah. It was an embarrassment.
There was a seat, a bench right underneath there. Yeah.
To come to the Oval Office, you had to go through this room. It was an embarrassment, okay?
And then so like Laura Ingraham has to treat this guy like he's like she's dealing with a toddler. And so she's like, so where did you develop these skills to do all of this? And Trump's like, as a little boy, I watched my daddy. And, I would sit there building blocks like a little boy. This guy's a crazy, demented human. Here, play this clip.
Steel. And the Marble Man said, I said, do you think you could book match your event? He said, yeah, look at the other one over there. Book match. But look at the quality of that job.
Where do you think you developed the attention to architectural detail? Like, at what age did you start realizing that's what you could do?
Yeah, I was involved with my father in building and all this stuff, and my father was a builder. So as a little boy, I'd be sitting there playing with blocks, I guess, and my father would be on the phone, and I'd be listening, I guess. And, you listen. I had a father who was very good at building. He was very good at building things, and so am I. I build better than anybody else. Nobody can build like me.
But was his...
And then she's walking and he's like, look at this scene over here. Do you see this? And she's like, oh, okay, Donald. Here, play this clip.
Look at the scene over here, fellas. Look, how beautiful is that? Come on over here, take a look.
This is the new Rose Garden. But
and now you can have news. That's the same stone as the White House. So now you can have news conferences. You can, nobody could stand in the mud.
Where did you get?
And then again, he's adding beautiful bronze plaques everywhere. Here, watch this.
Look at the faces on these people. Those are serious faces, right?
Oh, that's for sure.
Every one of them's a tough cookie.
Do you think these will stay up after you've left office?
Well, I think they should. On the bottom here, this hasn't been put yet. They're being made. We have a plaque that goes about, that describes in a couple of hundred words. Mm-hmm. Important, right?
Yep. Very important.
And they're beautiful, beautiful bronze plaques. Goes up under each picture describing.
And then she's like, "Where are your speakers, Donald?" He goes, "In the bushes." He goes, "My speakers are in the bushes." Again, this is a demented, crazy human being right here. Here, play this clip.
Pretty cool, right?
Where are your speakers? Because I heard this.
All here.
They're in the bushes?
They're all here.
When did you decide you were a frustrated DJ? How long ago was that?
I don't do that much, but I think having good sound is important because we do now news conferences on this face. As you know, you were probably a victim to it. You'd stand in the grass, your high heels would be ruined. The women are, walking out without. So I had to make it a hard surface. So I made it the same color as the White House itself, which worked out great. We just moved the tables. This over here.
And then he's going through the different plaques on the wall in his presidential wall of fame. And he's like, "All right, Barack Hussein Obama. There's Barack Hussein. And that's what I did. Auto pen. That's Biden. He's the worst ever." Just watch what he says. Here, play this clip.
Who's that guy?
That's Barack Hussein Obama.
Okay.
This is Biden right here.
Wait a second. The profile of Biden is
so he's the worst president in the history of our country, and Barack Hussein Obama is top 5, meaning bad.
Are you going to replace that with his actual photo?
No, I don't think so.
Then they go back to the interview. It's like, okay, you sure you want to do this there, Donnie boy? You sure you don't want to go and play with them building blocks? You don't want to build a ballroom? All right, we're back in the interview. And then Trump claims once again right here that Kamala Harris's 60-minute interview interfered with the 2024 election. Here, play this clip.
I couldn't allow 60 minutes. We settled that one for many millions of dollars, and I couldn't have allowed that to take place. They changed the answer that Kamala gave. They took out the entire answer and they put another answer in. The first answer was election defying. The second answer was not good, but it wasn't a disaster. And they actually did that. They never did it with me.
And then he says he's going to sue the British Broadcasting Company. Let's play it.
But tonight you are saying to our viewers that you will go forward and file a defamation lawsuit against the BBC.
Well, I think I have an obligation to do it because you can't allow people to do that.
Well, there you have it, folks. Tell me what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million. Thanks for watching. The hell is that?
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.